right, guys. Welcome back at Titi's House podcast on all platforms. Can I say that my podcast on TikTok hit like almost 24,000 views?
Yeah, I seen that. It's going crazy
on the
there.
polyamory comment that I made. Wow, I even had people reaching out to me like, are you serious? And I was like, I am. Why is that so hard to believe? But even I got some offers, y'all.
Some offers.
Yeah, I got me some offers, man, from men and from women. But I don't think people understand. I think people... So I didn't understand either, because I said I want to be somebody's sister wife. Mm-hmm. Being a sister wife, I guess you can be a sister wife in a polyamorous relationship. But from what I understand, and you tell me, because I had to do some research. I told everybody I can't be in a relationship with you because I got to do research. I just can't say yes. I don't know. What's the rules? And nobody can tell me what the rules are.
Everybody make up their own rules. That's really what it is. It's like you agree on it and then move accordingly.
So it's just an agreement then and no rules, right?
Some people like date separately. Some people date together as a couple.
Okay, that's what I want to talk about. So polygamy is when a man has more than one wife. Yeah. And those wives are considered sister wives.
Sister wives, yeah. And they might not date separately, but sometimes they do, though, the women as well.
Oh.
There's different rules. It's whatever.
Okay, because what I seen, the women don't sleep together. So for all you fellas saying, come over here with me and my wife, I don't want your wife because I don't want to be with a woman.
And that's more of a sister wife. The women don't got to be
together. Yeah, they don't sleep together. So that was another thing that distinguished them from each other. Mm-hmm. There's actually levels of polyamory.
Okay, let's see what we got.
So there's different types of polyamorous relationships, right? Mm-hmm. Which to me, I did not know this. This is what I posted a video asking people, like, tell me what the rules are. What's the guidelines? What's the rules? And a lot of people kept saying, it just loyalty, respect.
And that's the biggest too, because it's like what you say is what it is. Right. We agree on do this.
Right. And that's what a lot of people were saying. But I said somebody said there's levels to it. So that's what made me go do my research, because I can't be in nothing that I have no awareness over or I don't understand. So for me, when I said I want to be somebody's sister wife, that means that I don't want to sleep with the woman. So for those of you asking me to come join you and your wife, polyamory and polygamy is not a threesome, y'all. It's not an open invitation to a threesome, because I think that's what people were getting confused with, right?
For some of them it is, though, because they date together. They have the same girlfriend and they all...
Well, that's what polyamory is. So polyamorous relationships are basically one person in the group can date multiple people, or both the couples can date multiple people. Yeah. And you just have an agreement that this is that's like an open marriage.
Yeah.
So I'm extending you the what do they call it when
permanent hall pass.
A hall pass.
Yeah.
I'm extending you a hall pass to be out here exploring.
Yeah.
But one thing that you have to think of, and that's in both, when it's a polygamous relationship, usually that man is married to someone. Mm-hmm. Where in polyamory, you don't have to be married, but you could be.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the differences, which I didn't know about. But there's some of the most common polyamory structures is polyfidelity. Mm-hmm. It's where the partners in a group agree not to have sexual or romantic relationships with people who are not in that group.
Yeah.
So it's a polyfidelity. So you got a group of couples that are kind of interchanging, but they're not sleeping with people that are not within that group.
Yeah.
What the hell? That's an orgy.
And a little wife swap. So I like how your wife cooked better, so we're going to get her over here this week.
Yeah. So that to me is like, that's an orgy, y'all. I don't care. I guess y'all not sleeping all together in the same space at the same time.
Yeah.
That's when it's not an orgy. So that was one thing. Triad involves 3 people who are dating one another, and it's also called a throuple.
Throuple.
So they're dating each other. So that means that they're all sleeping together like it's a threesome. That's why it's called a throuple.
Yeah, throuple.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, no, see, that's why a lot of the men were like, yeah, come over here. My wife will take you. Mm-hmm. Boy, somebody sent me a message and said, I got a real rock star over here that you would really mesh with. I was like, I'm scared.
You scared? She said, I don't want to live a rock star life.
I don't want to live that rock star life. He was like, I got somebody over here for you that'll rock your world. That type of thing. Noriega, get down. So, and then there's quad. Similar to triad, a quad is a relationship involving 4 people who are dating one another. So it's two couples,
Okay.
and they exchange. That's to me like being a
little swinger action,
right? Yeah. Isn't that what it is?
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's what swingers do.
But like usually, like at swinger clubs, they go back with who they came with, you know.
Right.
So it's not like they
Right.
permanently switching or.
Yeah, I've
just
been
be
to
for
a
the-
swinger club here in Atlanta.
Oh, for real?
But it's because this is why though.
What, trapeze?
Yeah. So I've been to trapeze, but let me tell y'all how I ended up there. Because the person that wanted to go needed a female that night to go.
Oh, okay.
So he was like, "Can you go to this club with me?" See, I didn't know what the deal
You didn't
was
know
until
where
I
you
got
was going?
there.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
So he was like, when we got there, he was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna tell you that this is the swingers club. I'm gonna pay the $50 for us to get in. You can eat the buffet, and if you want to go to the back, you can. If you
Yeah,
don't,
you
you just
got
stay in
to.
the front." And I was like, "What is this? Stay in the front, not go to the back thing? Like, what are you talking about?"
Did you
He
go
was
to
like,
the back?
No. Like he was like, when you go to the back, yo, this is like a whole.
No, I've heard stories.
I want to open up a swingers club,
Yeah.
like a gentleman's club, swingers. Because when I tell you the amount of people that was in there,
Yeah.
the buffet was off the damn chain.
for
I'm
real?
talking about they had lobster and steak and lamb chops. Y'all, they was making.
They need
some
that
money.
energy in there.
They
you
need
know?
that energy. And then there's like, you stay in the front, it's like a little club and everybody's in there mingling, but everybody got their clothes on.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go in the back, the rule is you have to get out your street clothes.
Yeah.
So I was
Put
like,
something sexy on.
yeah, I was like, nah, you can go back. He went back there.
Uh-huh.
He went back there.
Ain't
I don't
never
know what
come out.
happened.
Look, he's still
I didn't
in there.
ask no questions. I ate the buffet like he told me, and I was like, damn, these lamb chops is good, y'all. So I was like,
Would you go back?
I definitely would.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a vibe.
Yeah.
It was a vibe, and everybody was in there like talking to each other, probably because they were trying to
Just get to know each other.
get to know each other and stuff, and trying to decide. It's a swingers club, so they're trying to decide whether or not they like each other, they want to be around each other, you know, that kind of thing. So, okay, so another one is V. You heard of a V?
No, what's that? Something 5?
This is where one person is dating 2 different people, but those 2 people are not dating one another.
Okay, so it's like they connected somewhere, and it's like in the middle, and then the 2.
So it's like 2 girlfriends dating the same guy, but the girlfriends aren't
Yeah,
sleeping
maybe
with one
so.
another. He's sleeping with this one and sleeping with that one.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, that's what I figured that's what it was. So what they're saying, this article is by Psych Central. Okay, psychcentral.com, y'all. It says polyamorous people don't have a structured setup.
Everybody's
They
different.
simply just have a multiple romantic relationships going on as they meet new people. So that's what polyamory is. So when I said I'm down for, I'm not down with that, y'all. I'm not down with. I think I wanted to say I'm down with the polygamy. One guy, 2 wives. I'm not down with like you got more than 2 wives. Just one guy, 2 wives. The polyamory where you're dating multiple people, like that's too much for me.
Yeah.
That's a lot that goes on, and you have to track these people that they're sleeping with, because I'm sure you're sleeping with all these people. That's the whole purpose. It's just, I think for me, polyamory just allows people to cheat openly.
I don't think it's not cheating if y'all talking about it. Cheating is when somebody doesn't know and you're doing something behind their back and you lying to them.
But I'm sure a lot of women probably are against it, and the men kind of coerce them into going into polyamory.
Hey, it's women that coerce too.
I agree, because I had some women saying, "Come over here with us."
Yeah, she
You
like,
know what I'm
actually, I
saying?
want all these men money. We go date openly.
My goodness. You know what? I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
but
she
what
like-
you're getting from everybody
Yeah.
too. You know what I'm saying? So it might be that. Basically, they emphasize in both is that you have to have real good communication. If you're not a good communicator in a single relationship, like in a relationship with one person, you can't be.
It ain't gonna work in
It is not going to work in a polyamorous relationship. And a lot of people that I asked, like, what are the challenges? The first thing the men said was jealousy. The women become jealous. And I was like, oh, why?
I experienced that when I was in an open relationship.
Really? Is it because the person that you were with was open at first and then decided that they didn't want to do it?
Yeah, so the jealousy that I experienced was she didn't like how we handled the situation differently. Like me, it's like out of sight, out of mind. I'm not asking you nothing about who you're dating, what's going on, or none of that, because that's just how I handle it.
Right.
And she would be asking me mad questions, and I'd be honest with her, but she's like, "Dang, why you never ask me about?"
Because I don't want to know.
I don't. Yeah, it's like that's how I handle.
Emotional.
Exactly.
You put yourself through an emotional
like, why
roller
would I
coaster
do
that
that?
you don't have to go through.
So she
Why?
didn't like how I was. So she was like, "Oh, you must not care," because I'm like, "This is just how I deal with it. You can't control how I handle this."
Yeah,
situation.
how I handle it. I'm not emotional like you are. See, that's the thing. That's what a lot of men were saying. Like, jealousy comes in because they might see that you communicate better with that person. They might see that,
That's true.
The friendship is different with that person. Because some people really, honestly, in relationships, where you've been in relationships with people, like, some people are not friends in relationships. And I feel like they love each other. They want to be together because they love each other, but there's no friendship there. There's no really good communication.
Yeah.
There's sometimes there's no structure, and sometimes you might have that type of relationship with another person. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because I've been with people where I don't like them. You know what I'm saying? I don't like you, but I love you, and what I miss is the friendship. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I miss our friendship. I don't give a damn about being with you romantically and other stuff. I miss because we were friends in that relationship, and you don't have that with everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's very hard and difficult to find that with people. You know what I'm saying? So I could see the jealousy. A lot of men were like, jealousy. For real. And for me, and I said this to a lot of people, I don't want to come into a relationship where you're married and it's already established, because that means I am the second person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't want to be the second. I'm not about to be no side chick. I'm not about to be a side wife. I'm sorry, I can't do that. Now you can come over here with us.
And the rules are already made, and it's like now I gotta obey what y'all done already said, and I ain't had no input on.
I had no input. You guys already been doing this, and see, I don't want to do it with anybody that has been doing it already for a while, because what happens is that it's already established, and the terms and the agreements already been laid down.
And the trauma that y'all done had to go through to figure out how y'all are,
how you gonna maneuver. I'm a different person. Yeah. What worked for that person might not work for me. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like a lot of people were like, oh, it's easy, just come over here. This is my wife. No, I don't want to be with your wife. And then because at the end of the day, your allegiance is to the person you're married to, not the person that you're bringing in. And people were like, that's not true. There's boundaries and you have to put certain rules in place. No, I don't see that happening. I don't see that. I see me coming in as being the third person, and I ain't a third person to nobody. So
she said she's trying to be the leader.
I'm trying to be the leader of the pack, the wife, the leader. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
She said she calling the shots.
Absolutely.
She's the V. She's the center point in the V.
Right, exactly. Y'all two are over there, and I'm right here. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't know. I feel like those are things that really have to be established and talked about. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't. A lot of them were saying the women are equal. That's not true. If you've been with this woman for 10 years and you just decided to get into a polyamorous or a polygamous relationship with somebody and bring on a sister wife, that woman is your main priority. You've been with her for 10 years.
Unless y'all really all came into it separately, like y'all were all friends.
That's the best way to come
yeah,
in.
You know,
really, honestly, to be honest, that's what I think.
You see that they're on the opposite of like sister wives. I don't know what it's called, but they do the women who have multiple husbands. I don't know if it's a TV show about that. You seen that?
Oh yeah, I asked people that too.
Yeah.
Are you okay with being in a relationship with two men and a woman? And they was like, yeah, I'm cool with that. Cause see, the men don't want the pressure either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want the pressure of being in a relationship with somebody that, you know, you're the sole provider. Like some men want to just
bring all the money over here.
Yeah, they want to work together too. They want a lot of men. Actually, it was a lot of women open to it and a lot of men open to it. I was really surprised that there's more people open than not open. Okay, so a lot of people were saying, you know, oh my God, 50 now you just want to be in a polyamorous relationship. age has nothing to do with it. I just wanted to say, you idiot. Like, age has nothing to do with it. I feel like if you based your life off of chronological age doesn't matter. You can die tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's a difference between biological age and chronological. And I feel like biological is due to how you live your life. Mm-hmm. You live your life the way you eat, how much sleep you get. You know what I'm saying? Your lifestyle. That's biological. Mm-hmm. Okay? And your time, your inner time, yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people don't look at that. They just looking at, oh, I was born this day and I might die this day because I'm going to live till I'm 80. That's not true. You might not see 80. You know what I'm saying? You might not see the next year, the next month. You just don't know. So you count yours, but don't count mine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
don't
also,
do that.
it wasn't that popular back then. It wasn't something you started hearing about till recently. Unless you grew up like in that lifestyle. Unless your parents were already poly in the 90s. But I didn't know nobody who was doing this.
Oh, no, because it wasn't talked about.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, why didn't you do it?
And it's, okay, so polygamy is illegal. It's illegal in some states to be married. It's to be married to multiple women. So a lot of times they're married to one woman, and then the other women are like the sister wives. Yeah. So that's how they get away with it. They live on compounds. They have the women. For me, because people ask me like, "Do you want to live in the same house?" And I was like, I ain't got a problem with living in the same house, but I need my own kitchen. Mm-hmm. Like,
I've seen that. There's a show called Sister Wives, and that's how they do. They all got their own separate. It's a big crib, you know.
Come to my house and you have dinner with me, and I need to have my own kitchen.
Yeah, and Wednesday and Thursday.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that. Just let me have my own setup, because I don't want her in my kitchen using my pots and pans, because I'm crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? Things need to be separated to a certain extent too. You can't just force a lot of women into the same space either. Yeah, and this guy had like 4 wives. Mm-hmm. I can't do that. I just want one. I can't more than 2 or 3 women. More than 2 women together. That's a lot of. I just looking for my best friend. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, women become good friends. You get along with people. I get along with everybody. I feel like I do. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just really what you're looking for and what you want. Yeah,
you make the rules. Don't fall. You know.
Right.
I feel like you got to abide by anybody else's rules.
Absolutely. But people don't even, so you got to put rules in place. There's a lot of things that you got to make sure that you're talking to your partner, getting consent from your partner to move forward. Like you both agree that, what type of, if you are in a polyamorous relationship, like what type of intimate relationship can you have with somebody? Because some of them, they're just dating and they're not having sex. So some people don't allow sex to happen. You can just date other people, but you can't have sex. I don't know how long that's going to last, though. If you build a rapport with somebody or you really like that person, you're going to want to sleep with that person.
I mean, eventually that might just be a conversation in itself, too, They might just be wanting to see if you really going to come and have this convo and be like, hey, I really like this person. I'm trying to take it to another level. They might just be like,
right.
I appreciate you being honest with me. Go do your thing.
You got to, like I said, you can't be a non-communicator. You got to be a good communicator and a good listener. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You can't, if you're not able to express your feelings, what you want, your desires to someone else, it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying?
In any relationship.
And that's in any relationship. You're right about that. It don't have just polygamy, polyamory, monogamy, any relationship. You definitely have to, but in multiple relationships, you definitely have to have good communication. Mm-hmm. Being vulnerable, being honest. Some people, that's scary for some people. I don't like being vulnerable to people. I always come out with I think I have a strong personality. So for me, you know what I'm saying? I don't like being vulnerable. I'm honest, just don't like being vulnerable. You know what I'm saying?
It's a defense mechanism?
I think it is. It is a defense mechanism. So, and then also defining and discussing what your boundaries are within that whichever poly situation you're in. Because I didn't realize there were 4 different types.
Yeah.
I did not know that. So just to know that, it's kind of, you got to be careful because you got to make sure you're protecting yourself. You're not getting sexually transmitted diseases.
Tested.
You got to get tested. Like, That's everybody. So that's crazy. Like, I don't know. It's a lot, guys. So make sure you know what you want from a partner. If you're in a relationship with somebody that wants it and you don't stay in that relationship, because I'm going to tell you, men want threesomes all the time. And if you start giving them threesomes, they're going to keep wanting it and keep wanting it, and keep, because it's an ego thing after that, knowing that they've slept with two women at the same time. I don't know. That's my thoughts. But you definitely need to be able to say, if it's not something that you want, you need to be able to say that, express that, and be like, this is not what I want. This is not the relationship for you.
And even if you try it and you don't like it, that should be able to,
That's true,
you should be able to be like, yeah, we tried it. This ain't for us. Or, you go do your thing. I don't know if this is,
Yeah. I mean, I had quite a few people. Yeah, thank you for the offers. But like I said, I ain't ready. I got to do my own research. And I'm not coming into anything that's already established. I'm not, because I already feel like when you've already got something established, like I said, you are walking into something that's already been in place. And that person's allegiance is to the person that they've been with the longest. And that's what creates jealousy, animosity, anxiety, because people are like, oh my God, he's getting better along with her than with me. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure you know what you want. I did my research. I'm going to continue to research. And, right now it's just not for me.
Yeah, I was going to say, though, but, like, think about, like, a man could be married for mad years, and then he get that new he get that new girl or whatever. His allegiance might be with the new one, and that might...
That's what I'm saying.
It's possible, yeah. Like,
yeah, that could happen to me. I'm 50. So he might be like, okay, we're going to bring in this 36-year-old. And I'm be like, what? Nah, we ain't about to do that. I feel like an age limit is definitely necessary in my relationship, because I don't really, we in our 50s. I don't want nobody younger than 30, younger than 35.
Look, she thought about that.
I don't. I feel like that's an age limit. Definitely is something that I would definitely have to consider. That's just like getting a nanny. Bring a nanny into your house. You want to make sure the nanny is old and it looks like Mrs. Doubtfire.
You said you can't have no young nannies?
No young nannies. No.
That's the first step to turning.
Man, I learned that early on when I was in Panama. Like, don't be bringing them Panamanian nannies over here. And I'm Panamanian. No, they too pretty. And you come home and your husband messing around. No, you don't bring no daggone, like they said, don't bring sand to the beach.
We was changing diapers.
Man, okay, whatever. Listen, just think about it, guys. Before you get into anything, think about what you're looking for. Be secure, be safe, and make, good decisions, and set your boundaries with your partner, and make sure that you're doing that moving forward. That's it, guys.